So I'm now shooting with the brand new 16 to 28 f2.8 IS STM lens. Oh, this is not 16. Whoa, this is 16. So the new lens, 16 to 28, one of them is the 16 to 28. I don't even know. They look so similar actually. I mean, they are just like, the size-wise, it's just like a 1 millimeter difference. But now I can tell this is the smallest. The smallest is 15 to 30. Oh, I haven't told you what are these lenses, did I? They are all the STM, the recent Canon STM lenses. I mean, people have been saying that, oh, Canon lenses, Canon cameras are so expensive. I'm going to flip table. But now you have R8, and then you have more affordable. I have to say, I have to be careful. I have to say more affordable rather than if I say they are cheaper, then people will comment, oh, you call that cheap, whatever. What the hell? Before this new lens, if you want a RF wide angle zoom, you have this really expensive 10 to 20 f4L IS STM, or the also very expensive 15 to 35 f2.8L, and the slightly less expensive 14 to 35 f4L, or you have to make do with the variable aperture f4.5 to 6.3. Until now, one of them is 15 to 30. Actually, the smallest one is the 15 to 30 millimeters is f4.5 to 6.3. Variable aperture kind of small as well, 4.5 to 6.3. So that's why now you have this new 16 to 28 f2.8 IS STM, and then of course you got the 28 to 70 f2.8, and this is not that much bigger. It's yeah, as I mentioned. Well, the trick is that the 15 to 30, yeah, you assume it's like that, but this one, 16 to 28, is just like the 28 to 70. You've got to extend it before you can use it. So yeah, it's just the question again, is it half glass full or half glass empty? Do you think that, oh, it's not actually that small, you have to extend it before you use it? Or you think, oh, it's good that I can retract it when I'm not using it. I actually quite like extended lens. I mean, I kind of like retractable lens. The thing is, I'm thinking, oh, I can retract it. That's great. But one thing is that it's for this lens, it's kind of easy to accidentally retract it while you're shooting, because it's not really a really strong click there. Especially a problem when you're shooting video. If I'm going to use it, I will be really careful when I zoom out. Yeah, whether it's a stronger click or that's a switch or something. But for 2.8 zoom lens, this is really quite small lens. I mean, of course, you have to extend it. Okay, we show it like that, but it is not that big. Especially this is mounted on the R8. This is a really tiny mirrorless full frame camera, and it is not any front heavy or anything. It's just really great. This is the 15 to 30 f2.8 L. Look at the difference. Okay, it's not really a big difference on the length, but the weight, I can tell you the weight is a huge difference between them. It's like 2 to 1. So what's the difference in quality? Is this actually better? Is the L lens actually better? They are both 2.8. Now before I show you any test footage or test shot, I have to tell you that this is a pre-production model. It might be different to the final version, but I suspect it should be really close anyway. Now this is a really quick test in the limited space and time. Now on lens flare, it is really similar to the 15 to 35 L lens. Sharpness, I don't see any noticeable difference, even at the edge of the frame. And initially when I test the lens distortion, I found the L lens got worse distortion. That doesn't seem right. But in fact, this is JPEG, and when I check the RAW, It's really close between RAW and JPEG for the L lens, but for the new lens, when you look at the RAW file, whoa, okay. Yep, there is difference for L lenses. Although these days I don't think anyone would shoot without any lens correction. It really depends on do you need the really minuscule pixel size differences. Before I show you more video testing, here is my sponsor message. This video is sponsored by Storyblok. With just one simple subscription, you can have unlimited download of video, templates for like After Effects, Final Cut Pro, Premiere, DaVinci, multi-film music and sound effects, and still images. Obviously, I need background music for my video, yet thousands of them high quality music from Storyblok, and almost any stock video I can think of to make my video more interesting. Just one subscription in just one account in one website. Like, why do you want to manage the different subscription and different login for different, one for video, one for music, and one for image? Who want that? Get started with the link in the description down below or go to storyblogs.com/logcheung. So 16mm of course is really great for selfie, really great for vlogging. Yeah, of course, not everyone going to do vlogging or video, but for me, so doing vlogging, this is probably the perfect lens for vlogging. This is good for full frame, 16mm, really great, and of course it has the lens IS. The lens IS, this one have 5.5 stop of image stabilization, and combined with in-body stabilization of some of the Canon cameras, it can have up to 8 stop of stabilization. This is just the vlogging lens. It's not too big, not too expensive. Focus briefing is quite obvious on this lens. Here I was just whacking the focus. I didn't touch a zoom ring at all. But it supports the lens briefing correction to kill all the briefing. See, it stopped briefing now. While we are here, I also tried the 15-35 L lens. Lens briefing is much better controlled. But you can also kill it until it stops briefing with the lens briefing correction. On the side, there's the IS on and off button, and then there's AF, MF, and control. Similar, well, I mean, it is the same as the 28-70, f2.8, STM. What the control stop do is that this ring, you can set it to focus, or you can set it to something else, controlling the aperture or exposure, compensation, ISO, whatever. It is similar to some other Canon lenses when you have the focus ring and the control ring separately. So you can set up in the menu how to use it. It's a little bit different to the 15-30 because the 15-30 you only got a switch to switch this ring between function, a control or focusing. But there is not a switch for AF and MF. So that's about it. This is the 16-28 f2.8 IS STM. What do you think of the current Canon RF lens lineup?